All right, guys, we are back with round three hat format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We have Robert Hernandez on the left playing Infernities versus myself on the right playing Sylvans. This was a smaller tournament. It was 3 rounds of Swiss, cut the top eight. We're both X1, so winner here is guaranteed a spot in top eight. Loser is going to come down to tiebreakers. So it looks like Robert won the die roll. Normal summon Greffer. Used Greffer's effect to discard Archfiend from his hand. Now let's see what he's going to send from his deck to his grave with Greffer. Sends Street Patrol. Let's see. So Robert finally got his first win on the channel, the previous hat tournament. But here comes a Soul Charge. So Soul Charge effect is target any number of monsters in your graveyard. Special summon them, and if you do, you take 1,000 for each. So he takes 1,000 for the Street Patrol, 1,000 for the Archfiend. Now he can't conduct his battle phase this turn, and he can only activate one Soul Charge per turn. So Infernity Archfiend's effect is if a special summon while you control no cards, you add an Infernity card from your deck to your hand. So he searches Infernity Necromancer, XYZ summons Lavalval Chain. Lavalval Chain's effect is you can attach a material to either A, send any card from your deck to the graveyard, or put any monster from your deck on top of your deck. So he's going to send a Street Patrol, then he's going to banish Street Patrol to special summon Necromancer from his hand. Yes, and then Necromancer is kind of like a... All the Infernity have this effect. All the Infernity cards you have to control. You have to have no cards in your hand to use their effects. So Necromancer is kind of like a Debris Dragon / Blizzard, except it's once per turn. You target an Infernity monster in your graveyard, special summon them. It also switches to defense mode when it's normal summoned. But he special summoned it here, so it doesn't matter. Now, Street Patrol, you can banish it from your graveyard to special summon, I believe, a Fiend from your hand with 2,000 or less attack. So he's deciding what to use with Archfiend. Now, in my summon deck, I play no hand trap. So if Infernities go first against me and they combo off like this, it's going to be hard for me to break their board. But we'll see if I can pull it off. So now Robert's going to XYZ summon a second Lavalval Chain. Now he's going to detach Archfiend. He already used Necromancer, so... Yeah, this Infernity combo usually takes a while. So he sends the second... I think this is the last Street Patrol, yes. So now he is out of Street Patrols. He's going to bring back Archfiend. Archfiend's going to search Infernity Launcher. He can make a Leviair here and bring back a Street Patrol. Let's see if he decides to make that play. And then he can make another rank 4. Yep, so he goes for Leviair. Leviair's effect is you can detach a material to bring back, to special summon any banished monster. I think level 4 or lower banished monster from either opponent's banished pile. I always say this, but yeah, I remember in the past that you used to, in the Dino Rabbit mirror, you would take your opponent's Rescue Rabbit if they used it, or Wind Up Rabbit. I played that entire format. So that format is probably the format that I've played the most. Just because it was like, back then, you know, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like, I think that Dino Rabbit format lasted a long time. Alright, so he's going to go for Rhapsody. That's interesting. He can't even use, okay, never mind, he changed his mind. Wow. I should have, there you can tell I'm not a shark, because I could have sharked him. Be like, nah, you summon that thing. Alright, so he Diamond Dire Wolves his Lavalval Chain. Then activates Infernity Launcher. Infernity Launcher, you contribute it to special summon up to 2 Infernity monsters from your graveyard. So he gets Archfiend and Necromancer. Archfiend searches another Archfiend. What else does he have left? Oh, he has another Street Patrol that he grabbed back with Leviair. Special summons Archfiend. Yeah, Archfiend when his special summon is searches, as long as you have no cards in your hand. So he's going to add a third Archfiend, but now what? I don't even know any of his back rows. So he's going to Diamond Dire Wolf himself again. 2 Diamond Dire Wolves. Does he have another Street Patrol? Oh, he does. So Street Patrol, Archfiend effect. This feels like I'm watching modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Infernity is such a, like... Yeah, that's what it feels like. So Archfiend. So now I know where the barrier is. I'm reading Diamond Dire Wolf to make sure if it's once per turn, but it's not. Diamond Dire Wolf's effect is you can target one Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster you control, and any other card in the field, destroy both targets. So, yeah, targeted itself, targeted a Lavalval Chain. So now I know where his barrier is, and I know where his Infernity Break is. Now, I don't play MST or anything like that, so we'll see if I can break this board. It all depends on what his other back rows are. Infernity Barrier is kind of like a solemn judgment, so Robert is going to chain break to my field spell. So the Sylvans field spell is you can send a plant monster from your hand or face it from your side of the field to put any Sylvan card on top of your deck. Now, it is a cost, so I use the effect, and then Robert chain Infernity Break. Infernity Break's basically like a Regeki Break, except instead of discarding from your hand, you banish an Infernity card from your graveyard. And you have to control no cards in your hand to use it. Alright, so now I play Sylvan Charity. Sylvan Charity's effect is draw 3 cards, and then you put 2 back on top of your deck with at least one of them being a Sylvan card. Obviously, you have to show it to your opponent. So here, Robert's debating on should he Infernity Barrier my Sylvan Charity. I forgot what he was asking me. I think he's asking me is if I can use another one if he like Infernity Barriers it. Infernity Barrier is a counter trap. It negates a spell, trap, or monster effect. It's limited to 1. That's the one good news, because otherwise Infernities would go first turn, set 3 barriers on you. So Robert does barrier my Charity. Okay, my hand is not that good. So I start off by summoning Curry Bandit. Does he have another break? If he has another break, this is probably GG. Oh no, he chalices my... Yeah, I just concede. Like, I'm going to lose. So Robert takes game 1. This is why people are afraid of Infernities, because you just saw what he did. He just went first, makes a huge board. This is why some people main deck Maxi. Some people main deck Crow for Infirnities and other decks. But what are we we're discussing something. All right, let's get ready for game 2. So I guess I kept the side part in here. So I'm going to go over what I sided in against him. Okay, there we go. I sided in, I don't have Spiritualism. So I sided in like DD Crows, I think maybe MSTs, and Flying Sea. I don't side Maxi for the time being. Even though I'm not sure how good Flying Sea is against this deck. I'm kind of experimenting with it. Alright, so Upstart into Sylvan Charity, and I'm going to put back... I didn't even see what I put back, but obviously a Sylvan card. And here comes the field spell, so it doesn't matter because I'm activating the field spell. Discard the Hermitry to put Princess on top of my deck. So I might have Soul Charge or Miracle Fertilizer. That's why I did this play. Alright. There's the Miracle Fert. I wish more people played Infernity at the locals, but my friend Scott kind of stopped showing up, so... Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to draw that card. So, yeah. Okay, there we go. I drew the Terraforming thanks to Hermitry's effect. Hermitry's effect is, once per turn, you can excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a plant-type monster, you draw 1 card. So I drew the Terraforming, activated, get the second field spell just to slim down the deck. So now we're going to make a level 8 XYZ monster, and let's see which one we go for. And we go for Felgrand, I think. Yeah. So we go for Felgrand. Not too strong of an opening for me. And what else? I got like 4 cards. Not surprised to see Robert playing... Oh, I'm going to use the effect. Oh, I must have Soul Charge. Yeah, this is the only reason I would do this. Oh, no, a second Miracle Fert. Okay, that makes sense. So, activate the red tree, excavate, DD Crow. So, DD Crow goes to the bottom. Yeah, if it's not a plant, it goes to the bottom. So, I did this because I have Emptiness. And I'd rather get a free red tree, you know? Because if, let's say, I'm going to use Emptiness on Robert. If I can potentially turn off my own Emptiness. But let's say I don't want to turn it off. I'll just keep the 2 big bodies on the field. Like, Robert can't deal with these. Unless if he side decks something. He can't really deal with these 2 big bodies with his main deck. Yeah, I guess he could chain MST, but... Alright, so Robert... summons Summoner Monk. It goes to defense mode. Activates Summoner Month's effect. Discards the, I think that's a Archfiend Palabyrinth. So I chain Emptiness, and he just concedes to Emptiness. So quick game 2. We are going to game 3. Who will move on with a guaranteed spot in top 8? Yours truly or Robert, the guy who doesn't fist bump. Some of you guys may remember Robert's finals from the last tournament. I should from now on, every time I play Robert, I'm offering him a fist bump. And just to me, I usually don't fist bump my opponents before we start. I'll fist bump them at the end. Like yesterday, I was playing against my friend Kelly, and he offered me a fist bump before we started, and I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, I usually wait for the end of the match to fist bump. All right, so here comes Greffer. Send Stygian Street Patrol. Oh, double Street Patrol. Do I smell a soul charge coming? No, no. Or he still might. He still could have soul charge. Or he's just gonna banish. Yeah, he has a play. So he can banish Street Patrol. Okay, this is looking good for me. He just set 3, summon Greffer, and pass. Alright, maybe I can win going second, because it's rough beating Infernity when they go first. But Robert open kind of mid. Activate the field spell. Discard the Sage Koya for cost. Let's see, does Robert have a response? He does. He chains MST to my field spell. Alright. This is not too bad, depending on the rest of my hand. So here comes Miracle Fur, target Sage Koya. He chains Emptiness. That's unfortunate, but at least my Miracle Fur stays on the field. So if I can clear his Emptiness, then I can... Do I have MST? I really need it. If I have MST, I'm in a good spot. Okay, I do have MST. Chain MST to the Emptiness. Miracle Fur, bring back Sage Koya. Activate the effect. Hit a Lance, but it goes to the bottom. Yeah, I keep in Lance because it stops Infernity Break. So attack over Greffer with Sage Koya. Okay, he's reading Miracle Fur. If Miracle Fur gets destroyed, what could he have? Oh, he compulses my Sage Koya. So my Miracle Fur will get... That's not too bad, but the only issue is the Greffer is going to stay on the field. Yeah, that's the only issue. So I'm left with like 3 cards. One of them we know is a Sage Koya. So now he's going to normal summon Armageddon Knight. Send, what do you send here? Oh, he's going to send the Archfiend Heiress. This one, when it's sent to the graveyard, you add like a Archfiend monster. Yeah, he can search the field spell with this. And then activate the field spell. I think it boosts your Fiend monsters by 500. So now he's going to use Street Patrol's effect. Banish Street Patrol to special summon Archfiend. So I guess, which one did he draw? Did he draw? I think he drew the Archfiend. Yes, he drew the Archfiend because he had Armageddon Knight last turn. That's why he couldn't do anything. So yes, he definitely drew Archfiend. Alright, so special summon Archfiend. Now Archfiend searches another Archfiend. I don't know the lines for this deck. So I don't know if Robert knows them. But when your opponent has no back row, no hand trap, this deck, I mean, you just combo off. Try But Infernity is not a deck that you can just pick up and play. It's a more complex deck, I think. Yeah, obviously when you go first, it's easy. When your opponent has no back row, no hand traps, like right now, yeah, it's easy. So he's just gonna poke me. He couldn't finish me. There's got to be a way he could have finished me off. I don't know. Maybe not. He had launcher too. Oh, he's just gonna go cowboy. Yeah, he's just gonna go cowboy, and that is game. Yeah, and he does the cowboy. So congrats to Robert on making top 8. But there is some good news. Yours truly did sneak in at 8th. Even though I lost, this was 3 rounds of Swiss, cut the top 8. I was the 8 seed. I was the only X2 that got in. I think because I had the best tiebreakers. I lost round 2 to Cam, who was undefeated. And I lost to Robert. And round 1, oh, also what helped me was round 1 I played against Josh. and I beat him, and then he won the next 2 rounds. So I just had the best tiebreakers, got into eighth. So we'll see. Maybe I can. The eight seeds have traditionally done well. I think the past two hat tournaments, the eight seed, the lower seeds made the finals both times. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. And I'll see everyone next time. Bye.